Last night got too much for me, so I just started crying, and I kind of let myself cry. And he was there for me, and he was holding me, and I started crying. If I can't make people feel good, then what am I for? As I had flashbacks. And I realized that my entire identity is basically just built up of what I think other people want of me. Which is funny given how rebellious of a person I am. Leo sun and Aquarius moon. No, but I got flashbacks to being a child and performing for other people's attention and saying yes when I really wanted to say no, being parentified and all that kind of stuff, and having my talents be used because I want like them because it impressed other people. And I haven't been doing the whole people pleasing thing that my family groomed me for since I was about 13 was the start of my rebellion. I think simply it's because I burned out. Like, I think neurotypical person could have kept it up for longer than I did, but like as a neurodivergent person, I was gonna give at some point. At least with my personality, I was gonna give at some point. And the minute that I felt like I had some autonomy, I cast the identity to the side, but it's really hard to give up behaviors that are that ingrained into you. As seen by the fact that I get scared that if someone gets close to me, like I know that if I let someone get close to me, I'll just let go of my boundaries entirely. I won't have any boundaries. And that has been the pattern that I've noticed is that with other people, like strangers or friends, I'm very assertive. Very assertive with my family, very assertive with my friends, very assertive with strangers. You can't tell me shit. But then someone comes in and I start to really attach to them, my boundaries go out the window like that. Whoo! And it's partly a worrying that, they will like me better or something if I'm like this. But I feel like it's more so the fact that saying no terrifies me. Because saying no leads to punishment, or at least it does in my mind. So last night I was having a complete fucking breakdown, like I was sobbing. I have never sobbed like that, not since I was a toddler. I've only currently gotten used to actually expressing all of my emotions. What would happen is I cry for a little bit, then just hold it in like a fucking shart. Like a fart. Suck that shit back up. Then later in the day I just start crying again. And I used to think, I used to really interfere with my everyday functioning. I couldn't just let an emotion be. I wasn't strong enough to hold my emotions in entirely, but then something over the course of the day would remind me of all the repressed emotions, and then I'd start crying again. And I'd never get it out at once. I never let myself, especially if I was around people or a person. And Callum is the only person. Shit, I said his name. That's not his name. I'm trying to keep people anonymous on this channel because I don't know if they consent to this, but if I haven't asked them. Fuck. My friend. My friend. He's the only person that I've known who seems to be okay with me being emotional. I have another friend, but I'm still warming up to the idea of being emotional around her. I've kind of done it. It's still hard though. But with Callum, it was always an established thing that he was going to be there for me like that. And that's how I recovered from my anorexia, was having that safe place with him where I could just stop. That's why when I'm at his house, I just tend to let the depression overcome me, and I spend the day or two that I'm at his house just laid on the couch. Then I go home, and then I go back to being a busybody and doing stuff. But, um, yeah, last night there was the crying, and, he was holding me and stuff, reminding me that it was okay for me to say no, and I was just crying that I was selfish and not good enough. And the reason that this had all happened was because, never mind. It's a bit too intimate. Yeah. And then, I kept breaking down after that as well, because then I started to have, like, abandonment triggers, and I was like, you've stayed, even though I've said no. As I just sobbed. So that was last night. And I've been struggling to feel like any of the thoughts and feelings that I've been having today are valid in any way. I guess valid is the only word, which is why it's taken me so long to make this video, because there've been a lot of things I've wanted to talk about, but as I said, it's an automatic thing where I have a thought or a feeling and it's like not good enough, and it goes back up inside my butthole. I wish, I don't know if anyone else has that. I wasn't even consciously aware that I was doing that for years. I wasn't even consciously aware of it until recently. Learning to cry properly has helped me. For some reason, it makes me feel worse when I'm on my own, so I don't know what that's about. I think I can go outside now. I think all it took was a video of me talking. I think I can go outside now. There we go. I still want to go to sleep. I think I'm going to do that habit building thing where you do something you don't like, then you reward yourself for it, which is why I'm going to build a routine that this time is going to be not so that I can be productive when I first wake up in the morning, but so that I can have sensory things that make me feel okay. And hopefully that helps, along with the testosterone pills I've got, because I'm back on them. I can't do life without them, it doesn't seem. Maybe I will one day.